Hi, I'm Sean from the HP team, and today I'm here with Marty Clark, Managing Director of Merge Technologies.
Thanks, Sean. Good to see you.
So, Marty,
Yes.
tell me the Merge story. Where did it all begin?
Oh, wow. Where did it begin? It began back in 2016. It was really on the back of an opening in the market, not so much an opening, more of a gap in the market. Cloud video conferencing collaboration was becoming a thing, right? That you had organisations out there like
It
Zoom.
was just when it was Skype for Business was kind of wrapping up.
Yeah, that's right. So back in those days, and the integrators, the market wasn't really catering for that new emerging technology coming through. So Merge was built sort of to fill that gap, I suppose, to really focus on that cloud VC, that cloud collaboration space, and cater for, well, not necessarily cater for, but open up opportunities for smaller mid-market organisations to leverage that new technology that was coming through that prior to that wasn't really all that accessible to most businesses.
And even since then, it's evolved so fast.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like, even when we're doing videos like this, in a week's time, it could be completely different in the realm of technology and features and things like that.
Yeah.
So across Australia, Marty, how big's the team? Where have you got sites? And what's your specialty? If you mentioned UC video conferencing, is that still the case?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's definitely our focus. We've got offices in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne at the moment.
Yeah.
So we've got just over 40 people across the three states.
Wow.
And we've got a great established partner network across the country, so we're able to deliver consistently for organisations with sites across Australia. Our focus is absolutely around collaboration. So what we do really, anything we do in a workplace sort of bleeds out, I suppose, from the conference room and from the collaboration space. But that's really our focus, and that's where we add lots of value, and that's where we can really make a difference, right? So that's Microsoft Teams rooms, Zoom rooms, Google Meet rooms, you name it. Anything that happens in that meeting space, that's where we do really, really well.
Yeah, that's excellent.
And then we work out from there.
And so those offices, I suppose, having offices locally in all those different cities, you probably have showrooms like similar to where we are today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because seeing is really believing, isn't
it? It is, yeah. Seeing, it's all about experience, isn't it, at the end of the day? And if you want to experience something that you're going to be investing in, you probably want to get that experience in person. Yeah.
And I suppose now with collaboration, it is kind of merging into the rest of the workplace as well. So you can't just do Teams calls in meeting room, you also do Teams calls on your computer, Teams calls off your mobile phone. Some people are lucky enough to still have a handset on their desk or in their office. So you guys can cover all that across as well. Anything under that collaboration banner, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah, certainly. So we're starting to support organisations, not just from a meeting room. So going back to a previous comment about it bleeding out, the collaboration does that, right? It bleeds out from the meeting room and it goes to stand-up spaces all the way back to the desk, right? And we want to make sure those experiences are uniform and seamless. And that's where, partnerships with HP really start to add a lot of value, which is something that I'm sure we're going to talk about in a minute.
Yeah, well, especially when you can have one technology vendor for most of the workspace as well.
Yeah.
Across all those different categories, collaboration, personal compute, your workstation. So every single component on there all works together, all supported together, and can all be supplied and installed and continually managed together. Like partners like yourselves, like Merge. Awesome. So, Marty, what are some of the things you're hearing in the market at the moment? What are your customers telling you, their pain points? What do they want? And where do you guys come in with that?
What do they want? That's a loaded question. Right. What are their pain points? I think ecosystems, is something that we're talking about a lot because the pain points are managing multiple vendors, multiple technology stacks, multiple applications, and you add that to managing your workforce that are no longer centralized. Like they're everywhere, right? They're dispersed now. So when those two sort of come together, it makes for a real challenge. So a lot of the conversations we're having are around the simplicity of visibility and management of your technology. And ensuring that you're delivering the experiences, seamless, uniform, consistent experiences to that dispersed workforce, right? So that is a challenge. So that's something that we're talking to organisations a lot about now, and really making it, because the technology that we're working with is advanced, it is complex, but it shouldn't present that way to the people using it. It should be really easy, right? It should just fit into their day. And that goes all the way back to the IT teams that are looking after this stuff as well. So they're really looking for that simplicity. Yeah.
So what would you say the merge point of difference is in the marketplace then? Why would a customer come to merge?
Oh, another loaded question. Yeah, these are good.
You're in the hot seat.
Look, it's a bit cliched, but a customer could go to one of many different businesses in Australia, right? There's plenty of integrators out there. They could go and they've got access to the similar sort of technology, got access to similar skill sets, and plenty of organisations out there that can design and deliver a meeting room, right? We're not doing anything that's bleeding edge, right? We're not doing anything too much different from everybody else out there. Where we're different is our people and the way we engage with our customers and the way we support our customers. It really is customer-centric, the way we work. And we're focused not just in providing technology that provides good experiences, but we're focused on providing good experiences to the customers that we're engaging with from a partnership level, right? From a supply level. And we're also really, really heavily focused on managed services. So every engagement we approach it with a long-term mindset. We're not there just to deliver some spaces, just to deliver some technology and move on. We're there to deliver that technology and then remain accountable for it over the life.
And have a partnership.
Absolutely, yeah. So over the period of the life expectancy of that equipment, that installation, we want to remain accountable for that period and make sure it sees the customer through, their investment sees them right through to the end, yeah.
So speaking of spaces, Marty.
Yes.
Tell us about merge spaces, because I'm hearing lots and lots of gossip about it in the marketplace.
Yeah, merge space is really exciting. So it's an as-a-service product. It's completely different. As far as we know, to date, it's still the only consumption-based as-a-service product for AV in the world. So it is truly unique. And it's really just about lowering the barrier to entry, smoothing out organisations' cash flow, enabling them to pay really for what they're getting, as opposed to having to commit to a price at a point in time, and then being fixed to that price for the next 3, 4, 5 years. So we've got a mechanism in there tying to consumption that enables that price to fluctuate with the way they're using it.
Because if they're a couple of months into that agreement and they say, oh, we actually want this camera instead of this camera, or we want to have a long table instead of a wide table, or knock a wall out, you can adjust that.
There's options, absolutely. So there's a number of different levers that we can pull throughout the period to enable the customer to make those changes without any sort of dramatic hit to CapEx, for example. Or whatever it might be, and the other big part of it is that it enables true cost allocation internally. So for bigger businesses, that seems to be appealing because it's based on consumption. They can then on charge the consumption to the appropriate department, whoever it will, cost center, whatever it might be, depending on how they do their.
I think that's a really powerful program or offering you have because, like we've been saying, a week from now. Feature might be completely different.
Exactly.
So yes, a lot of businesses are making decisions to have their meeting rooms for 3, 4, 5 years. But the reality is, I don't know what's going to be happening in 3 years, let alone 5 years. So I think it's really important that you guys have that offering, that it's a dynamic agreement, because every workplace changes, every meeting room changes, every person changes.
Yeah, just when you think you've got the whole work from home, return to office thing nailed, something changes again, right? Yeah. Things keep shifting,
and I think it's really, really important as well. Merge the size, the business that you have now, the organisation you have. You guys are working in the top end of town, the enterprise, ASX listed businesses, but because you're still nimble enough, you can still make programs like this. You can put them together and you still have genuine relationships where customers can speak to you as a managing director.
Absolutely.
It's not 10 layers of this and join a support queue or whatever it may be. Your team are really shoulder to shoulder and in front of customers.
Yeah, and that goes back to the whole the focus on the customer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm regularly talking to our customers out there. Absolutely, seeing making sure we're doing what we need to do to get them what they need. Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So where are we going to start the HP story? How far back are we going? And
well, really, well, I mean, it was Polycom. Yeah, was where it started, right? Yeah. So we've been working with Polycom for years.
Yeah.
That became Poly.
Yeah.
Which is now HP. It's been quite a ride, but it feels like it's now in a really great place, and we're excited about the partnership with HP Poly because it does cater for, as I alluded to earlier, around the ecosystem and businesses looking for that simplicity from a management perspective, from an end user perspective, that consistency. So the HP Poly story now is a powerful one, I believe, because we can fill so many requirements with a single brand, and then from an ongoing management and maintenance perspective, we can then bring them all under the one umbrella, which makes it easier for a customer to administer, for an IT team to administer.
Yeah.
For us, if we're brought on to support that equipment and maintain that equipment, it makes it a lot easier for us as well, and it makes it easy for us to build in our internal automations when it comes around to
you can build configuration profiles when you're deploying it, and then, like you're saying, get all the analytics data out of it afterwards.
So. Right from the beginning. So on that, so it enables us to. So we do a lot around automation of ticketing and incident logging and tracking, etc. With external third-party applications using APIs, etc. But then
secret IT stuff.
But then you're right. Then the data you can pull from that becomes, number one, it becomes easy to pull that data, and number two, that data becomes more actionable because it's so clear and it's so clean. It's coming from the one source. A lot of it's coming from the one source, at least. So what we can then do with that data and present that back to the customer, and what they can do with that data, that's when it just becomes such a powerful thing, because so much of to make decisions now, educated decisions around corporate real estate, around any refurbs and updates you might need to make, and trying to cater for changing user behaviours and user needs. If you've got that data, you can make the right decisions, right? And if you don't have the data, it's kind of like, Jerry over here's complained about this, and Mary Jane's complained about that. Do we throw in another meeting room, or do we? It's kind of a. And even a lot of organisations now, when they're planning fit outs of new office spaces or refurb, or if they're moving to a new site, it'll be 5 meeting rooms, 1 boardroom, a couple of 2Ps. It's like, okay, great. Why? How have you come to that conclusion that that's what you need? But now, if you've got that data and you're able to extract that data easily,
make the right
pull it together, you go, bang, this is what you need. This is how your people are working, and this is based on the trends that have developed over the last 2 years. This is what you're going to need a year after you move in.
Yeah, excellent.
So it's happy days.
And I think that story flows through into one of your more recent projects, where it started off as a massive collaboration opportunity with lots of different meeting rooms. But then they had a requirement for BYD. So we brought in the HP peripherals, being the docks, added to that. And then scheduling panels outside, and then phones for some of the common area spaces. But then we moved to the workstations as well. So you're doing, again, the monitors, the docks, headsets there too, webcams and things.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then down to the end user compute devices themselves, the workstations that the staff are using.
Exactly.
And in some places, it still exists, and we always bash the print people, but there's still printers out there too.
Of course there is.
And for that project, it's all under the HP banner, and it was all supplied by Merge and ongoingly supported and managed by Merge, utilising that tool we were talking about just before, Workforce Experience Platform, which incorporates PolyLens and all the new management platforms for all those different categories of HP, which is a really cool story.
Exactly.
Well, Marty, thanks so much for having me today. It's been great to catch up and hear the Merge story. It's been the first time I've probably heard the whole thing in one piece. It's a really cool story, really powerful story, and it's awesome to see where Merge is going and where your customers are going. It's all a partnership together.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Thanks,
well, until next time, Marty.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.